Yeah, we'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave the door. Yeah, it is hot in there. Yeah, we. I'm Hey guys, can you let them walk through over there?
There's nowhere to put my paper. Okay, there we go. You want to come, maybe Trey and Tay, if you want to come over here. Are y'all pretty much all set? Okay. All right. My name is Chief David Nicetta with the Cullman Police Department. I'm joined here by Captain Jeff Warnke. This is Sergeant Trey Higginbotham, Lieutenant Intay Sue. This is our District Attorney Champ Crocker, and then Nathan Ball with Rock the South. So y'all need name spellings or anything like that, or okay. All right. So the reason we're here is we're here to announce the arrest of the individuals who were connected with the assault that happened at the Rock the South concert. After we were notified of the assault formally, Sunday afternoon, we began the investigation. A good deal of our investigation involved help from the public via social media in naming the individuals who they recognized on the video. So after we were able to get a rough idea of who they were, we began the investigation and really dug in to make sure that the people that were on the video were the ones that the people had named. And so that took a couple of days to do, and we were able to obtain warrants, which we did yesterday about lunchtime. And as of about 5:30 last night, all three individuals were arrested. We went to Madison County, and with the help of the Madison County Sheriff's Office and also the Limestone County Sheriff's Office, we were able to take all three of them into custody. They were transported to the jail where they were booked, and they have since made bond. So they were all charged with assault second degree, which is a Class C felony. I will turn it over to Champ Crocker to see if let him make a statement.
Well, thank you, Chief Nicetta, and thank you all for being here. And I just want to commend these officers, the Cullman Police Department, as well as the public, the Rock the South organization, as well as the statewide media for their involvement in assisting law enforcement in this situation. I cannot speak about the specifics of this case due to the rules of professional conduct. I will discuss the process involved in this case. You know, one of the things about our system that we have is that I can't prosecute any felony in this county unless a grand jury gives me permission to do so. And at some point in the future, these cases will be presented to a grand jury, and a grand jury can sustain the charges that we currently have, or they can amend the charges as they see fit. And so we are very early in this process, but we will continue to work diligently along with our law enforcement. You know, my first call with Chief Nicetta was on Sunday, and I appreciate the efforts of everyone involved in this. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. My name is Nathan Ball, and I, alongside two other Cullman natives, own and produce Rock the South. While we are definitely full-time concert promoters, we most importantly are all fathers of young children, and two of us live and work here every day. Like you, we were absolutely disgusted and appalled at the cowardly actions of a few individuals at our festival last weekend. Rock the South welcomed almost 105,000 people to Cullman, and we had hundreds of police, fire, EMS, and security officers on site. It was the largest crowd we've ever had with the fewest amount of arrests. I want to emphasize wholeheartedly that this behavior is neither widespread nor common at any of our events. I want to commend Investigator Trey Higginbotham and his team, the Cullman Police Department, and the Cullman County District Attorney's Office for the excellent job they have done to quickly arrest the 3 assailants. On Sunday, we immediately offered a $10,000 reward plus lifetime tickets to Rock the South for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the people responsible for the assault on people in our family. Our team has worked hand in hand with the CPD and their investigations team to share any festival data that we could help in the pursuit of these cowards. I want to thank our Rock the South family for their pictures, videos, and comments, identifying those who were involved that were sent to our channels and to the Cullman City Police Department. Rock the South was an event built upon the importance of community. We are proud of how our fans have come through once again, how quickly our festival attendees responded, and combined with the outstanding work of local law enforcement is absolutely incredible. Our team has always valued the safety of our Rock the South family. We've successfully welcomed almost 1 million fans to a Rock the South event in Cullman over the past 11 years. Moving forward, we hope that this sad and disappointing incident is a reminder that this type of behavior will never be tolerated at Rock the South. We're looking forward to an incredible 2020 for Rock the South and a great partnership with the people on stage long term. So, thank you.
Yeah, I just realized I neglected to mention the names of the 3 arrested, so I'll go ahead and do that now. The first was William Joseph Vinson Jr. He's 20 years old. The second was Zachary Scott Taylor, 21 years old. And the third was Chance Marcus Allen Starling, and he is also 20 years old. I'll take a few questions.
What was the bond amount?
I'm not sure. Do you know what the bond was?
It was within the bond guidelines. It was a standard amount. I don't have that
Okay.
figure in front of me.
What kind of penalties go along with some charges like this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
It's
biggest
Class
thing
C
is, yeah, I was gonna say a Class C felony, and again, it's kind of, it's by statute, but that'll be up to the judge and when the charges make it all the way through the system. So I don't know. Do you want to describe what they could get for a Class C felony?
Yeah, so the charges we have now are Class C felonies, and by statute, a Class C felony carries 366 days to 10 years in prison. That is the range. That is not necessarily what it would be in any particular case. That is just the range under 13A 621 of the Alabama Code.
Did the suspects, or have you all been able to determine a motive and why this happened?
Well, I'm not going to get into a lot of detail as far as that goes, but I will say that our investigation has shown that it was a pretty frivolous, meaningless thing. So there was, and I'll say that nothing can really justify something like that, but in this particular incident, it was something that normally, I mean, should not rise to that level of violence. I mean, I think it kind of speaks a little bit to the character of the individuals who we've arrested. So, and I'll say this, in looking at this and looking at how the course of Rock the South has been over the years, this is the first real incident we've had like this. We have fights on a regular basis. I mean, that's something that happens and not just at Rock the South, but any venue that you have like this. I mean, I think you mentioned we had 100,000 plus people, but typically we can expect any one time in the park we had probably 35, 40,000 people, when you take into account and so that's a lot of people. And when you have that many people, alcohol, that kind of stuff, and again, it doesn't matter what venue you're at, that's going to happen. But I think the most important thing to remember is that of those 35 to 40,000 people, we had the overwhelming majority of them that exercised the great self-restraint to not go and beat other people unconscious. So, but these 3 did. So anyway, and I think we need to make sure that we put the blame squarely where it belongs.
Can you speak about the current health condition of the child that got?
I don't really know. I believe he's out of the hospital. I believe he's out of the hospital. I think they're still, they're having to do some more, I guess, I'm not going to say testing, but I think they're kind of having to see how he heals, and that will determine the course of the next treatment. So, it's kind of a changing thing.
What would y'all have to say about the numerous public support from social media, people who were at the event to help y'all get to where you are now?
Well, I mean, that was a big factor. Like I said, we had the video, which was a great help, and obviously the people who were able to look at the video and give us the identities of the people that were involved. I mean, that was, because other than that, I mean, again, we had that many people, and, you know, the people who, the victim did not know them, and the witnesses we had didn't know them, so it was really an important part of the puzzle for people to be able to look at the video and say, yeah, I know those guys. So, yeah, that was a big part of it.
What does it mean to you to see the community come together like this to find the people who did this so quickly?
Well, I mean, I think it shows that most people understand that this was an incident that just people aren't going to tolerate. I mean, it was just, like I said, I'm not going to give a lot of details, but the reason that we feel this all started was absolutely meaningless. So to do something like that over such a small matter, I think it's important that people understand that folks like that need to be held accountable.
Were these three young men local from the Cullman area?
They're all from Madison County, that general area. So
Nathan, y'all did a tremendous job of stepping up, offering the reward. Is there, I know people came out of the woodworks and helped tremendously. Is there any one person that you can kind of nail down that just gave y'all the, you know, great information to make the arrest?
It's a great question. That process probably starts tomorrow. Now that we've worked hand in hand with these guys to get them the information they need to put these guys in jail, we're going to start that process, figuring out who was the most impactful. I mean, there was literally thousands of names and responses, so we'll start that work tomorrow.
Do you think this will change how people look at Rock the South? Like you said, you guys have done this for more than 10 years now and never had any issue like this. Do you think that will impact? Do you think this will impact that?
I don't think so. I think our fans, generally speaking, know. I mean, obviously, we have 105,000 people that had a great experience, generally speaking, overall. And so I think long term, I think you can show over the 11 or 12 years, most of these guys that have all been a part of this event in some capacity for various amount of years, and they can show that's not who we are and that's not the experience of the average patron or attendee there. So I think that history speaks for itself.
all right, thank you very much.
Will you all be able to share the suspect's mugshots?
Yes, those will be available. I think I believe we're posting them now on our website. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.